Hi, I'm Reverend Anne Ahokangas. Join with me in consciousness as I guide you in this meditation. Let's enter into the question, what is the meaning of Passover and the Holy Week for me? In this moment, I recognize that this experience can be a time of growing spiritually, a time of overcoming false, negative, and old outworn beliefs and ways of being. This is a time of remembering the truth. So I take a deep breath and relax. And I welcome all the insights my inner wisdom provides as I explore this sacred time. I open my awareness to the energy of pure principle. I open my awareness to the guidance. Today I see the story of Jesus as a teacher and an example. I look for the deeper meaning in Jesus being crucified. And how often have I felt that experience? In this moment, I recall Jesus' words as he referred to Spirit within as the Father. Sometimes he called it the kingdom. He was referring to the oneness. Jesus looked at these people who were crucifying him, and from that center of his own being, he said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." And from the depths of his own divinity, he recognized the depths of the divinity of each one of them, and knew that if they were in tune with that divinity, they couldn't and wouldn't do what they were doing at that moment. At that moment, he also knew that as long as he stayed in tune with his own truth, there could be no harm. He knew he was more than his body. And so in your own experience right now, if there is someone or some people out there that you think are crucifying you, then let's get a little closer to home. What are the thoughts within your consciousness? Are there feelings of hatred, of fear, of unworthiness? And if you feel an inner crucifixion, let it go. And know that these thoughts come from an awareness of separation. You can, in this moment, simply allow the awareness of wholeness. Allow it to just radiate through you. You can choose to forgive yourself. To forgive yourself for having forgotten the wholeness. In this moment, you may have forgotten who and what you are. Say to yourself, "I let it go. I forgive myself." Even as the flow of Spirit always forgives me. There was a thief next to Jesus who said, "Remember me when thou comest into the kingdom." He was a thief being punished, And he turned to Jesus, who was a teacher, and said, "Remember me when you get there." And being the wonderful teacher that Jesus was, he reminded him right in that moment by saying, "Assuredly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." It's a reminder to each of us right now. Right now, you're in paradise. What was he saying? Let's look at the thief for a moment. How is this a personal experience? Regardless of where you are, what experiences you are going through, like this thief was at the bottom of the barrel, yet still he knew there was something more. And perhaps he was not feeling worthy enough to embrace it himself. He asked this other one, Jesus, "Remember me when you get there." And this wonder-filled teacher reminded him right then and said, "Assuredly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." So take a deep breath now, and remember, no matter what you're going through, there is always something within you that says you are more than this. Reach higher. Expand your consciousness. Respect yourself. And don't look for anyone else to do it for you. It's already in you. It is in your own reality if you choose it. And looking at yourself now, in whatever circumstance you're facing, can you stop and say to yourself this moment, "I am already in the kingdom. Everything always works out for me. Spirit is my strength and my support. It is my reality." And then in Scripture, there were those words that perhaps have puzzled more people than any other words. When Jesus cried out, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" And yet Bible scholars tell us the interpretation is not valid. That accurately interpreted, it really says, my God, for this was I kept. My God, for this was I kept. All I've been doing, all I've been unfolding, all I've been working for, and all I've been working from this inner wisdom, this center of wholeness and light, is for this moment of ultimate truth. Staying on the path, to stay on the path, to trust, even when circumstances are frightening. And yet I've kept on, trusting in that inner spirit that can never leave me. Feel that peace now. Feel this inner assurance. It doesn't say there's nothing for you to do. It says there's a lot for you to do. But let your doing, deciding, and being come from this center of oneness, from this security of wholeness, from this place of light, from this unchanging source. from this love. Whether you call it God, or the universe, or the higher power, or just pure love. Just give way to it. Just surrender to it. And then when Jesus looked and saw this woman, Mary, who was his mother, and he saw his beloved friend John, he said, "Yea, Mary, behold your son." And to John he said, "Behold, your mother." Recognizing and affirming that we're all part of a spiritual family. At another time, in another circumstance, Jesus said, "Who is my mother? Who are my brothers?" All these who think as I do. Everyone who accepts the wholeness. This spirit, divine energy, source that we're all part of. Everyone who will say that within each one there is a spark of divinity. And in that divinity there is no separation. We are all related. Each one a unique expression of the wholeness that we call God. And everyone originates from this oneness. So what is family? Who are those people you feel closest to? Those people where there is a communication, an awareness of a common union. So who is your family? First, it's the family of your own thoughts, your own feelings, that innermost family. And then as you look at people around you, in your circle of work, and your circle of relatives, and your new circle of relationships, see your family grow. The circle gets bigger and bigger as you recognize more and more who and what you are. And this gives everyone else the same freedom, the same privilege to recognize their divine inheritance. And then Jesus uttered those beautiful words, "I thirst." How often have you felt, "I want to know more"? There is so much more. And it satisfies me to know what I know, and to know that as I need to know, there is so much more. I don't feel it as an emptiness. I am grateful for it. I know there is nothing I have to reach for out there, but to accept it within me, right here. To allow it, to give way to it. It's a mighty energy. It's a magnificent spiritual idea, and it's alive with creative energy. And I surrender to it. It is who I am. No one can take it from me. No one can surrender to it but me. I let my thirst and my hunger be for spiritual awareness. I let it feed me and support me and nourish me. I let it be my strength, my wisdom, my courage. I say, Spirit, fill my awareness with all I require. I give myself fully and totally to Spirit. I relax into it. I allow. I know there is nothing I can plan that would be better than what the infinite is revealing. And I have faith in this energy, faith in the law and the very source of my being. I give way to the divine plan. I stay receptive to its inspiration and guidance. I know the universe can do no more for me than it can do through me. I am willing. I surrender. I allow it. I am open. I say, I do. Then, in this wonderful state of knowing that all is well and good, these beautiful words are acted upon by the law of mind. It is done. In consciousness, it is all done. The outer manifestation may take a little way to go yet, to come forth, but it is done in consciousness, in awareness, in understanding. So I take a moment now to get in touch with that within me that I feel is stirring so strongly. I feel the desire, the readiness, and without defining it, without deciding how or when, but recognizing it as a spiritual idea, a divine idea, knowing it comes out of the energy that I call spirit, that everything exists in the place I call divine mind. It is everywhere present. In complete assurance, I know it is done, and I am ready. I am willing. I just give way to it. And that within me, all the love I feel, all the assurance, I feel the encouragement of everyone who believes as I do. I let it well up within me. And I say, yes. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Everybody's so quiet.
We weren't expecting it yet. People are still milling about.
Yeah.
It's 10:30.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton. Welcome to everybody here in the sanctuary, and welcome to everyone who is online today, including York Region. I know they're always there. I'm Marcia Daly. I'm your presider, and I will be with you throughout the service today. So, 10% of everything that we receive goes back out into the community to bless and serve. And if you do know of local charities that you'd like us to support, please let us know. We will add them to our list. So in this quarter, we're serving Unity Canada and Food for Kids Ontario. So let's get started. It's a beautiful song. It's a brand new day, that's true. Written by Sue Riley, and Emilio will sing for us.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it again. Okay. Let's start from this top. Can you rewind? Yay! I'm ready now. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Clap your hands and celebrate. The power of love has rolled the stone away. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Clap your hands and celebrate. The power of love has rolled the stone away. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Faith can move a mountain and part that stormy sea. Love can be a fountain pouring over me. Hope can build the future so we can truly say the past is past, free at last. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Hey, 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 clap your hands, let's celebrate. The power of love has rolled that stone away. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Doubts become believing that death can be destroyed. Painful loss and grieving can open us to joy. A dawn of resurrection can chase our fears away. The past is past, free at last. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Clap your hands and celebrate. The power of love has rolled the stone away. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Clap your hands and celebrate. The power of love has rolled the stone away. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
Let's join in consciousness for our opening prayer and intention. We are in the consciousness of the One, the I Am. Today I awaken to the possibilities. I realize Spirit is always with me, as me. It is the creative intelligence behind all things seen and unseen. I shape my experience of life, of love, through my own deep, loving expression. Today I choose to love myself in every way, remembering I am enough. I am worthy. I am free to make my own choices. I am also guided, and this love empowers my life. Gratefully, I move forward, getting better every day. Life is good. Join with me in saying, and so it is.
So it is. Is your mic on?
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live my life that's real and true and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
Today's absolute word, written by Reverend Paul Hasselbeck, is divine order. And the affirmation, I skillfully use divine order to establish my life. In his book, The 12 Powers, page 113, Charles Fillmore defines divine order as mind-idea manifestation. It is the first law of the universe. Divine order is the way all our minds work. Mind-idea expression is the blueprint for all thoughts, feelings, and manifestations. If I'm feeling stuck or bewildered, It is a sign I'm unskillfully using the law of divine order. With compassion, I pause and then release any thoughts of worry, impatience, and doubt. I realize in hindsight that foundational aspects had to be in place first. This helps me be patient and trusting. I listen with my heart-mind, trusting that I discern my path one step at a time. I skillfully use the law of divine order now. I'm always using it to establish my life.
Hi, Gertie. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fail. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me share the good that overflows. Let me share the good that overflows. Oh, let my stance rebuild the path of peace. Let my stance rebuild the path of peace. Oh, let me talk each day a little kinder. Let me talk each day a little kinder. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
We are quiet today. And we have Sheila Maye who will be speaking to us today. I hope she can bring a upper energy a little bit. And if you don't know Sheila, she is an LUT, and she describes herself as a lifelong spiritual learner. She connects with spirit through nature and loves to share and celebrate her connection with spirit, and includes others as well. So I'm going to invite Sheila to come and do her presentation.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you and good morning. Yes, connecting heart to heart, mind to mind through space and time to everyone out there in cyberland, whether it's this now moment we're experiencing right here, or whether it's future sometime. It's amazing how the internet connects us that way. And my intent and hope is that you will join with me to co-create the next few minutes to be something life-changing, to be something radical, to be something different, to be like to really resurrect in a new way, like spring clean for heart, mind, body, and spirit. So this image of the Easter basket and the eggs and the earth, we are so blessed. Easter this year falls just 2 days before Earth Day. Anybody else celebrating and seeing wonderful things in that? In Easter, with all its images of whether it's the lilies or whether it's the eggs or the whatever. I really invite you to embrace what the Course in Miracles said, nothing has meaning but the meaning we give it. And we have the opportunity to let this weekend be another weekend. Or we can let it be Easter or Passover or whatever name you want to give it, but just letting it be the big spring, ta-da! You look around at all of the forsythia and all of the flowers that are popping out, and we get to choose whether we join them or, they're flowers. Again, nothing has meaning but the meaning we give it. Let's give it a fun meaning. Let's give it a joyful meaning. Most commonly reported spiritual experience for secular people, which is most of our population right now, relate to birth, death, mission, purpose, and nature. When you think about your own spiritual moments that have really touched your heart, really made a shift for you, really connected to something bigger, can everybody relate to often it's around these things? And I find it fascinating and not coincidental that they can all be summed up on a tombstone. The day we arrive, your birth date, that's the day we begin the adventure. The death date, the day we end the adventure, wah, 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 game over. And our name, that who we are, the dash we live, how we're here living, how we've come here to be. And if we embrace it and do a great job, we get to rest in peace. And again, I don't think it's coincidental that there are 3 big 40-day holy day seasons, 40 days being metaphysically as long as it takes for a spiritual process. We have Advent, the 40 days of Christmas, and we have Epiphany afterwards. And notice how Christmas, there's many other spiritual holidays celebrated around that time, and it's a big secular holiday. Begins with Black Friday. Then we have Easter Lent, and that is that dash in between. That's where we connect with our mission and purpose. That's where we decide what we're going to live into, what we're being called to grow into. It's resurrection, it's new beginnings. The secular holiday would be all about Chocolate, absolutely. Chocolate, eggs, the new beginnings. The nurseries all sell 2 rounds of flowers, the ones that for the people that buy them first, and then they all get frosted out, and then you get the next round of flowers. It's the gardener, it's the beginning. And Lent is that, following Jesus into the desert. He came out of his 40-day fasting and purification, ready to begin his 3-year ministry. And then Easter was the culmination, the end of that ministry in its current form and at its current form. And that was when he went up next level and said, death is not something we need to fear, and connect to your own self, be who you are, and get out there and live it. You don't have to be afraid. And sent the disciples on their next mission. And it's followed by Pentecost. Then we have Thanksgiving and All Souls Day, that 40-day of Thanksgiving, harvest, endings, closure, forgiveness, release, and getting ready to begin the cycle again. Nature carries us through the seasons the same way and supports us through the seasons the same way. So here we are in spring, new beginnings, divine potential. Anyone with a Christian background, if you've had the opportunity to be at a sunrise service on Easter morning, it used to be one of my favorite holy day seasons of the year because it was just such a fresh beginning, a new start. That letting go of fear, crossing out the old ideas and limitations, fresh start, giving ourselves a fresh start. And whether you give yourself a fresh start annually at Easter in a big way, or whether it's daily, you can give yourself a fresh start in every moment. We don't have to wait for wait for the season or wait for the specific day. We're being called to grow, and we get to decide what that looks like. The Talmud says that every blade of grass has an angel whispering, grow, grow, grow. And each of us has guides and angels whispering, grow, grow, grow. Our heart urges us forth. Anybody get an itch or a twitch in spring that you just can't quite get at? And that's that calling forward to whatever's next and new. And we're being called to be you, like just to be ourselves, to become more authentic, to connect in a deeper way with ourselves. And so how do we do that? One breath at a time, one step at a time, one bud at a time. We don't have to do the whole thing at once. It's about living into it. Someone said, can God create a tree in an instant? And it's like, yes, God created the tree in an instant, and then it takes us 50 years to see it grow into that expression of it. Habit stacking. The B.J. Fogg, in his book Atomic Habits, talks about habit stacking. And this is how we can shift and change that one breath at a time, one step at a time, the one word at a time, one action at a time. And how this works is you take a habit that you like, that you've got working well, and you build onto it another habit that you'd like to establish. Or if you've got a habit that you don't like, the building into it some little bit of transformation. Whether it's, okay, I'm not going to eat the whole pan of brownies, I'm going to stop one brownie before the end. So you can work it, and the habit stacking, like in a perfect, he's very organized. You can tell he's a very structured being. And the idea of building good habits on good habits, and to end up with the life of a habit of good habits, when we can get a habit established, it takes a whole lot less energy because we do it on autopilot. That's that part of our brain that looks after breathing and moving in our hearts, beating our hearts and so forth. When it can look after doing the habit thing, it's so much easier rather than to beating ourselves up and trying to push ourselves and force ourselves all the time. So you take a habit that you've got that you really like and you go, okay, I brush my teeth. Great. What habit can I build on to brushing my teeth? How about that? How about going, well, as soon as I'm finished done brushing my teeth, I'm going to smile in the mirror.
I'll get these batteries changed. Oh, here. Come on.
And whoops. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Does that work?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Then we did it. Yay. Okay, and my Easter egg, just for the record, new beginnings, divine potential, and we get to decorate life how we want. Okay? And I just want to show you that now. I realize it's out of place, but I need two hands for what I'm doing, so we'll just set that aside. And no, it didn't get hard-boiled, so risk. Okay, back to the stacking of habit stacking and building habits on good habits. So even a simple little habit, like I say, you brush your teeth every day, you do it twice a day. You want to build up self-confidence, you want to shift your attitude around yourself. Making the commitment, making the decision to go I do my teeth brushing. As soon as I'm done my teeth brushing, I'm going to look in the mirror and compliment myself. or I'm going to look in the mirror and smile at myself. And you go, that's not a very big thing. But at the same time, it's a step in the direction that you want to move if you're wanting to connect with your authentic self and connect with loving yourself. If your goal is better health, maybe you habit stack that when you walk into the kitchen, you drink some water. So instead of wandering to the fridge or wandering to the cupboard or wandering whatever, set yourself up for success. And it's not about getting perfect at it instantly. It's about making the little adjustments, a little piece at a time, a little piece at a time, a little piece at a time. And some of us live very structured lives. We love structure. The parents are told, provide structure for your children, and it helps create stability and helps us regulate our system, all those sorts of things. And then there's others of us who struggle with structure and are free-flowing, and the verse being, what's the word I'm looking for? Variety is the spice of life. It's like, I remember being in a group and we were all supposed to decide what the characteristics of our particular group were, and one of the things that was mentioned was, you aren't particularly great at structure and consistency. And the fellow I was with said, he says, I don't mind consistency and doing repetitious things. He said, as long as it changes up once in a while. And I'm going, yeah, we don't do that consistency thing well. And it's a polarity. A polarity is something where we need both and. We can't live all the time with either or. And if we recognize our tendencies and honor them, but also lean into the other end of the pole, or recognize when we've gone too far one way so that we can come back the other way. You're going, where are you going with this, Sheila? Well, when Anne asked me to speak on habit stacking, I'm going, habits? The only thing I do consistently daily is breathe. It's like I just don't do habits. Structure, I've fought with trying to structure my life, and it has never ended well. But what I realized was, okay, the whole, structure that way that some people do structure so well. Nod to Jackie Woodside, who can live by her day planner and have it, bless her and give her peace of mind. Yeah. What I do know is I still do things in a regular way in something. I stop at stoplights. Every red stoplight that I stop at, I have the option of using it to do an affirmation, or use it to breathe deep, or use it to bless the drivers around. There's all kinds of wonderful little habits that I could stack on my habit of stopping at stoplights. And the beautiful thing is, I don't have to stick with the same one all the time. I can trade up. And the first few times, it's hard because you go, I just passed 2 stoplights and didn't think of it either time. But if I keep recommitting it, or put something on the dash or something to remind myself, sooner or later it becomes a habit. And then I find I automatically do it. Or I trade up. And whether you trade up weekly, I'm going to set my new habit on Sunday night and carry it for a week, or whether you do it first thing in the morning, or whether you do it, I personally love doing it with the moon. So setting it on the new moon and revisiting it on the full moon and resetting, because I don't know, anybody else set New Year's resolutions and they last about a month? And you go, I never set New Year's resolutions because I don't do them. And it's like, well, if we actually commit to setting ourselves up for success, if you know it lasts about a month, go with the month. And then reset, which is why, like I said, I love the moon, because you ride on the energy that we're bathed in. We're in spring right now. The energy is growth, resurrection, new beginnings. Bringing the new out of the old. We get to choose. it's a new time, it's a new day, we can start new habits. And not to beat ourselves up over it, getting it right perfectly, because that's not the way things work. Anybody following the In the Garden Lent book from that Unity produces? We follow Jesus into the desert and we cross out the error thinking for that 40 days leading up to Easter and go through that purification process. And having the Easter Lent book handy for any time you need a new beginning, it brings that energy of spring forward to whenever you need it. Lent, let's end negative thinking and let love empower the next transformation. And when we get into, if we like do it in a big conscious way for, one time a year or whatever, then it becomes available to us for whenever we need it going forward. So that opportunity to start fresh, start new. And if we create a habit of following the cycles and flowing with the cycles, it's amazing how nature and our spiritual practices carry us forward. Growth over time. If you look at that little graph that shows growth over time and how it tends not to be a straight line, and if you think about, wow, look at those wonderful growth phases. Wouldn't it be great to be able to grow that quickly and smoothly? I wonder what happened on that down phase there that triggered that wonderful growth phase. In our life, we find that those down things are usually the disasters that happened in life, where you go, the things that were not my preference. Whether it's a death, or whether it's a health issue, or whether it's a job loss, or whether it's like, it was not my preference, it did not feel good. Edwene Gates, a prosperity speaker from years ago, she used to say, when things happen like that, she says, you put your hands on your hips, mandatory to put your hands on your hips, and you look square at the universe or to nobody in particular, and you acknowledge, this too is good, this too is God, and I demand to see the blessing in it. Just a tool. If it works, great, use it. If it doesn't, toss it aside. There's thousands of them out there. The point is, if we think about where we're wanting to grow and what we're wanting to do, we can take little habits, little pieces, and build on them. If you do it in a structured way, starting with, when you first open your eyes in the morning, having the habit of, maybe it's gratitude, or creating the habit of blessing yourself, or creating the habit of, maybe it's just getting out of bed without complaining. Choosing something. You can build one habit to the next habit, to the next habit, to the next habit, so that you have a whole morning routine built up that gets your day off to a great start. And it doesn't have to be all at once, and it doesn't have to be huge. When we shift just this much, when you're moving the angle just this much, as you walk forward, it changes, like a mile out, you're a difference of 20 meters. Likewise, going forward, if you have a little habit, like smiling at yourself in the mirror first thing in the morning, kissing your partner goodnight when you get into bed, complimenting them when they walk in the door, tiny little habits. When we build one on another, all of a sudden it moves degree by degree by degree, and you end up in a completely different place than where you were headed. And sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it stinks, and sometimes it's ugly. This is a picture of a compost pile. And there's things that happen in life that just don't feel good, and things that happen to us that it's hard to get up and carry on. And when we can compost those things, when we can let them go, when we can work them through, or sometimes it means turning the compost pile. then all of a sudden they become the fertilizer for what's next. Again, nature has this wonderful way of showing us how and guiding us through. Nature reflects back to us what we're here for, what reflects back to us what we're creating, and gives us the tools forward. The Bible does the same. Jesus did the same. Other spiritual masters do the same. We're being pointed in the same direction, and you can be depending on where you're standing at the bottom of the mountain, the fingers can look like they're pointing the opposite direction, but they're pointing to the same thing. Love and spiritual growth and well-being, abundance, joy, and coming out of the chaos doesn't always feel good. And at the same time, it fertilizes incredible flowers, incredible beauty. Holistic growth, there are no quick fixes. We would love to be able to wave a magic wand and make ourselves whatever. Beautiful, healthy, whole, abundant, successful, patient, kind. And maybe it's not us we want to work on. Maybe we would like to work on everybody else and make them something else. Or wave a magic wand and make the world something else. Fix all our politics, fix all our this, fix all our that. And the reality is, that's not the way it works. The way it works is to hold the vision for you, what you want, and step into it one breath at a time, one step at a time, one little decision at a time, one bud at a time. The whole oak tree, the vision of the oak tree exists in the acorn. And it grows to the seedling, and it grows to the sapling, and it grows to the tree. We're the same thing. And getting over trying to push ourselves to be instantly better and just trust our process, trust our growth, and take it a step at a time and a breath at a time. Enjoy the journey. It's amazing how good life can get, and we get to ask how good it can get. You can't force a miracle, but you can set the stage for one. We can't make things happen, like I say, we can't force a miracle. But when we set the stage for one, we can sow the seed one, we can set a place at the table for one. My favorite example of the setting the place at the table for one, a friend of mine was single and she very much wanted to have a partner, companion in life. And one of the things that she was told was, you don't have room in your life for a companion or a partner. Your life is pretty full the way it is. And she thought about it and she acknowledged, And so she started looking for where she could make room. She rearranged her closet so she only took up half the closet. She slept on one side of the bed, and she set an extra place at the dinner table. And within a month, she had a partner. You can't force that to happen, but you can make space for it to happen. Like you can't necessarily force the miracle of getting a job when you're unemployable. But you can show up dressed up and prepared for a job to your own desk where you prepare resumes to send out. Or you can do work at tidying up or being in service or whatever for the part of the day that you'd like to be employed. Finding, again, little ways that you can take that one breath at a time, one step at a time, to habit build into what's next. The bigger incarnation. And again, the resurrection, sometimes you're resurrecting in a big way from having been crucified, and it's huge. Other times, it's the little things. And when we start really getting it and understanding how it's one thought at a time, it's one little decision at a time, making the decision, am I going to complain about this or am I going to find the good in it? When I notice myself, the becoming dysregulated and starting to feel anxious, and getting into the habit of using that little feeling in the gut that goes, and going, okay, this is my moment to notice and check in, what am I believing that's to be true that's a lie? What would I have to believe and know about something out there or something about myself that is categorically untrue for me to have this reaction? And is there a better way of looking at it? And it's like just to be able to take that pause and check in and go, can I reframe this? Is there a better question I could be asking? Is there a better thought I could be thinking? And again, tiny, tiny. And it's not easy. One step at a time, one breath at a time. Fail. F-A-I-L. Wah, wah, wah. We're beat up and told how bad it is and how awful it is to fail. Fail is an acronym, F-A-I-L. It can be the final, watch how that goes right out of my head. Attempt in learning. There we go. Fail. Final attempt in learning. But when we recognize that it's an acronym that could also be our first attempt in learning, everybody does, it's a learning process, right? You expect to fail a few times to start. So fail, first attempt in learning. Can also be a further attempt in learning, which is the next attempt in learning. Try again. It can also be a frustrating attempt in learning. It can also be a fun attempt in learning. You can make that F stand for anything you want. It's an attempt in learning. When it's the closing, final attempt in learning, we have the opportunity to go, okay, I'm done with this. It's not bringing me joy, and it's not going to be bringing me joy, and I can move on and let myself know when to say, know when to quit, know when to say enough, know when to move on, so that we don't keep beating the dead horse and hanging on to stuff way longer than brings us joy or way longer than is resourceful. But also we want to make sure that we're not letting it go too soon, that we're cutting ourselves off from our good. We could let it be a further attempt in learning. Try again. Yoda said, do or do not do. There is no try. Followed by, and failing that, try again. We get to make the rules. Make them so you can win. So with that then, my invitation is to ask, we've got Earth Day coming up in 2 days. Matter matters. Physical form, this is how we get to be here. Celebrating Earth, recognizing every cell of your body is borrowed from the Earth. Connecting to her, letting her reveal her wisdom, whether you call it Sophia, whether you call it Earth, whether you call it Gaia, whether you call it whatever source that we are a part of, that is us, that we are an extension of, that we are living into, that we are living from, that we are living as, taking the opportunity to celebrate it. And again, we can make it a yawn or give it a passing glance, or we can make it really meaningful for ourselves. My invitation is to think about, for the next couple of days, some lovely little habit that you can stack into your life. Either structure, because you do structure and you're so good at that. My tuning fork close to you, amen, bless you. Or if you're not that structured and in the flow, then pick something that you're doing every day, any day. Whether it's, you get dressed every day, tie your affirmations to getting dressed every day. If it's not after this, I will do this, maybe it's while I'm doing this, I will do that. Or before I do this, I will do that. Whatever works for you. Point is, find something that does. So the invitation is to think about habit you can stack, and that will point you in a direction that will bring you greater joy. And with that, I thank you so much. Blessings and love.
Thank you. If it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I seek the truth, let me seek the truth. If I'm lost and down, let me believe. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I'm tired and stressed, let me stop and rest. If I'm feeling hurt, let me forgive. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I dream in peace, let me live in peace. When I start from love, I am love. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. And it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. To be, you know, if it's to be, it's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to me.
Okay, what's your takeaway today? Oh, good. Wendy has one from online.
No,
Is
not
this-
from online, it's from me.
Oh.
Nothing from online, yeah.
Is this really a real egg?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I don't think I
Well,
want
can
it here.
make it so that it doesn't boiled, so.
Yeah.
Living dangerously.
Yes, Wendy.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Sheila. That was a really great talk. I really loved it. One thing that kind of resonated with me was when you were talking about New Year's resolutions and about you start one and then you give it up. So I've been following something online called the Monday campaigns. And it's things like move it on Monday, meatless Monday, quit smoking on Monday. And their basic premise is make Monday the new year of every week. And it's the same kind of thing, like build on it. So maybe you can't do it long term, but one little step and do it today. And maybe you can do more today and maybe more tomorrow.
I had my family for supper last night, and my son's girlfriend was talking about how she has nightmares all the time. And I was thinking last night, like, I can't remember the last time I had a nightmare. And I don't know what you said, but probably about gratitude, but as when I get into bed at night after I'm finished reading, I just like I'm thanking for all the wonderful things that happened to me in the day. And I think that must be the trick to not having nightmares, is to fall asleep with gratitude in your mind and your heart. So thank you, and thank you. What an amazing talk this has been today. Really powerful. Thank you. Yes.
I'll second that. Absolutely. It was great. The encouragement I got today is that you can build on little things, a little bite at a time, and that's encouraging.
Anybody else? Would you like to say something? I like to build on the compost. So, absolutely, seeing the blessings in even the worst of things. So, currently politically, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot to see. So, but good things are going to come out of this, like growth, I'm sure, because we're in the dumps right now.
And change is never easier to happen than when you're in the chaos.
Right.
Because if you've got a strong flow of energy going one way, the change is never easier than when you're in the middle of chaos. Because if you've got a strong flow going in a direction you don't want to go, trying to go upstream from that is nigh impossible. We've known that we've had the problems that we know we have for a long time, and people have tried to change, but you go like there is just too much resistance. Well, as stuff falls apart, the opportunity for things to start new, to start fresh, to be different is so much easier, radically different, is so much easier now than ever before. And one little step and one little step builds.
You know what? That could be the trick, right? Like, is if we all start sending him blessings. Yeah. But anyway, one step at a time. And what you were saying, Wendy, about Mondays. Like you want to take on an exercise plan or something, and this is me speaking from experience, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. But it's because I try to go to the pool every day, and they said, if you want to swim lanes, like don't set yourself up, but start with one lane, like just swimming one lane. Next Monday, do 2. Next, do 3. By the end of the year, you're doing over 50 lanes at a time. So it's just building up the muscle memory and yes.
Absolutely, Celia. That is such a great example. I do fitness for the aging brain. And one of the tips we were given was just put little sticky notes or a little symbol of whatever to remind you, and whenever you see one of them, do 10 times, whether it's 10 squats or 10 arm stretches or 10 push-ups, whatever, 10. And a lot of the exercises that we're doing are like pretty small and seemingly insignificant, just holding your egg out and shaking your egg for a minute. Seems small, but it's amazing. Yeah, scramble the egg in person. Yeah, but it's amazing how it actually does build your cognitive and your physical body. Again, that one step at a time.
Bruce, oh my gosh, we missed you.
I just want to thank you for your talk. It reminds me of, how would I put this? Habits that you not necessarily aware of, and the way to break them is I don't run red lights, but I did get a ticket last year for a red light camera, and it was $325, right? It's like, it's a lot of money just for not thinking, whatever. But anyway, now I make sure I stop at red lights. I make the consciously effort to do it. So thank you for that.
I'm talking a lot today. I just want to share one more thing. What you were saying is like stopping and saying thank you or whatever. I remember every time I would go onto my computer at work in particular, and I would expect instantaneous, and I could feel myself getting so agitated, and it was the reframing, and I thought, okay, how can I reframe this? And just like with the red lights, so what I reframed it to was that every time I sat down, I was just going to close my eyes and take a deep breath. And it got to the point where my computer was getting up and running too fast because I wanted to just take a few deep breaths. So yeah, it's amazing how you can reframe things, and yeah, how wonderful it can make your life.
Okay, thanks everybody. That made up for all the quietness we had this morning.
You got it.
And my takeaways are, I'm so glad you said that I can eat the whole brownie pan and just leave one. That is my liberation. I like too that egg, that we get to decorate life how we want. Yes, I won't forget it, because, a scrambled egg without a pan is not funny. And I'm also taking away two other things. You can't force a miracle, but we can set the stage for one. Yeah. And that as in my profession as a trainer, this works for me. Fail doesn't mean that you've made the world's worst mistake, but it's your first attempt in learning, or your fun attempt in learning. I will take that away with me. All right. So thanks so much, Sheila. That was wonderful to share your thoughts with us today. Let's turn our attention to conscious giving. And if you're not in the sanctuary, you may send us an e-transfer to admin@unityspiritualcenter.com or checks payable to Unity Spiritual Center. So for all the gifts that we're giving today, and we will in the future, let us say our affirmation together. Divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive. And please, for those of you online, and even if you're here and you'd like to listen to the service again, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel, to click on the thumbs up if you like today's message, and the bell for all notifications of fresh content. So here we go. Say yes.
Everybody's got a little something, only something you can bring. It's a puzzle, put it all together. Need every piece to make it complete, yeah. Every note to make a symphony. All the voices singing harmony. All the colors of the rainbow shining. Everyone, say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. To a world with a little more love, a little more love, oh yeah. Never feel you're insignificant, like a tiny little grain of sand. What you do, what you say makes a difference. Go ahead and reach out your hand, open the door, say hello. Stranger today you might get to know. Little love just keeps on growing. Change your life without even knowing. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. It takes everyone to make a world with a little more love. A little more love. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter where you come from, gender or race, spiritual beliefs or orientation. Everyone's got the same motivation. Love is love, the same situation. Give love and help one another. In this love, there's only each other. One blood, the human race. Yeah, 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 say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. To a world with a little more love. A little more love. Oh yeah. Takes everyone to make to a world with a little more love.
We're getting better. We'll be so much better by the end of the service. Today is Potluck Sunday, and I encourage everyone to stay a while and have a little bite with us. And should you need prayer, not necessarily after the potluck, but going forward, please send us an email to prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com, because we are here to pray with you. And as we come to the end of our service, let's say the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well.
Something great has happened. Love has taken hold and it won't let go of us now. Something here is calling us forward, upward motion. We're drops in one ocean. Roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones that can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing, to feel your passion blazing and shine. Faith with every vision, dance in new directions, explode to your heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. 1 dream, 1 voice, 1 heart, 1 word, 1 dream, 1 voice, 1 heart, 1 word, 1 dream, 1 voice, 1 heart, 1 word. Highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts for the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. We're a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Everybody stand together. Everybody, let's stand together now.
And thank you for being with us today. And we'll see you next week. All things being equal, have a wonderful week and know that we love you.
We love you too, Marcy.
Yes.